Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Tech Folio, which is an all-new product from Aer. And this was an interesting item for me to test out, as it took me back in time to the days when I was in school and I had a JanSport bag that didn't have a ton of padding. I would use a sleeve from companies such as Incase, to keep my laptop a little bit more protected as I tossed it into the bag. I haven't used that system nearly as much ever since I've started using bags that have some really great integrated and suspended laptop sleeves. But it was great to see that something like a laptop sleeve could get an upgrade like this. This is going to be a fantastic option for anyone who has a bag that they're quite fond of, but that doesn't offer the protection that they need. This is also a really interesting option for people that have a very minimal everyday carry. It's actually got me reconsidering, when I actually need to have a backpack with me. This can hold enough and protect my gear well enough that many times maybe this is all that you need to go to a coffee shop or into the office, particularly if you need to carry a laptop with you and a sling bag just won't do. So, it's been a great experience testing this out so far. I'm excited to dive into it with you guys. Before jumping in, I want to thank Aer for sending the items for me to test out. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing, as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, this definitely looks and feels like an Aer product. It has the same modern and minimal vibe that we've seen in so many of their other bags. To me, this actually looks a little bit like a tiny version of the Aer Flight Pack 2 or the Travel Pack 2. It just has the same sort of aesthetic in my opinion, and I really love the look of those bags. So nice to see those design elements carrying over here. It has just a very modern look that feels like it's gonna look great whether you're walking into an office, wearing a nicer outfit, taking this into a coffee shop, and it's just gonna be very effective regardless of whether you're tossing this into another bag or if you're just carrying it on its own. As far as the materials, on the exterior you have the same 1680D ballistic nylon that we've seen in so many of Aer's other products, and the material is very rugged. On all of the bags that I've had of theirs, it's held up very well. It offers a lot of weather resistance, and then you also have some rugged YKK zippers all throughout. One thing that I thought was a little bit interesting about the YKK zippers is that on this front zipper, you have the nice aqua guard with a zipper garage, but you don't have the same sort of thing on the laptop pocket or the other organizational area of the bag. Now, I know that the aqua guards can sometimes get a little bit annoying to open. It can make the zipper just kind of get stuck a little bit, but considering that this area is probably where most of the expensive stuff that you carry is going to be, it would have been nice to see that extra bit of protection here, in my opinion. Regardless, you still have the zippers with the reverse coil, so that's still going to add some protection against the elements. The Tech Folio is offered in two different sizes. The one pictured here is the 13-inch size, and I'll include the dimensions in the screen right now. And then this is also offered in a larger 15-inch size that's meant to hold larger laptops. Both of these offer an impressive amount of space for being such a slim item, so I really like the added versatility from the capacity, and they strike a nice balance of not making it so big that it loses its use case as just kind of a minimal holder for all of your tech gear. So a really nice balance here between capacity and form factor. I'll also do a quick size comparison with the Aer Slim Pouch, which is one that I've been using a lot recently. So you can see that there is a lot more capacity in the Tech Folio compared to the Slim Pouch. So if you want to carry everything in just one pouch like this, then the Tech Folio is going to offer, plenty of space. And then moving into the ways that you can carry this, you have two handles, one at the top, which is a little bit thicker and has that seatbelt-like material that we see in so many of Aer's bags, so it feels great. It's really comfortable for holding this. Even when this is packed out, it's not gonna get that heavy. They're really not that big, so this is definitely gonna offer enough comfort. And then you have a thinner handle at the bottom, which I believe is meant to kind of hold this in place. If you want to open this up, this is going to give you some more grip so it doesn't feel like this is going to, fall over accidentally. And then one thing that I would have liked to have seen on this is maybe some loops to attach and remove a shoulder strap. I know this is meant to be kind of a briefcase or minimal carry solution, but it's about the size that would work well as something that you could throw over your shoulder to just make it a little bit easier to carry, particularly if you're using the larger version for a bigger and heavier laptop. And then jumping into the organizational options, I was impressed with how many different pockets were included considering how small and slim this actually is. And so on the front, you just have a simple quick access zippered pocket that's gonna be great for getting to some of those smaller and slimmer accessories that you need to grab more quickly. And this doesn't have a whole lot of volume, so it's definitely gonna be better for something that's not super bulky. It can be a little bit tricky to get stuff out, particularly when this is more packed out. So what I tossed in here is just a power brick to charge my iPad and my phone. I also tossed in my Apple AirPods, and then I threw in a lightning cable to go with that power brick. Besides that, there's no sort of internal organization or anything else here. So again, just a simple area that allows you to grab stuff very easily. Up next, you have a larger organizational area, and I really like the wide opening zippers that this has. It makes it very easy to see everything that's on the inside and grab what you need while you're holding this by the handle, which is really nice. And so in this compartment, you have a lot of volume, a little bit more than I was expecting. Again, it's not gonna be great for holding something super bulky like a pair of over-ear headphones, but even something like my sunglasses case, what I just have laying here, fit in there very easily, so I can just toss this in. This is definitely one of the items that I would wanna store in a pouch like this, as opposed to trying to keep it in my pockets when I don't wanna carry a full-fledged backpack with me. And then on the inside, you just have a series of slip pockets to just kind of keep all the smaller items easy to grab while you're on the go. So starting off on the left, you have a larger elastic slip pocket, which is where I stored my laptop charger. So I have the power brick and the cable. I really love the use of these elastic pockets, as you can store something a little bit bulkier. And then behind that, you have another smaller slip pocket, which still has enough elasticity to hold something larger. Currently what I have here is just my Apple Magic Mouse. And then next to that, there's a little slot that you can use to store something like a pen. This is actually a really deep slot, so you can see my pen kind of gets lost in there. This is the smaller Everyman Click Pen, but it's also gonna work great if you have an Apple Pencil or something like that. And then moving to the right, you have another elastic slip pocket. This one has kind of a meshy material. Again, just nice variety of pockets. In this one, I just tossed in a full-size moleskin notebook, so it's nice that you have a little bit more space in these so you can place those larger items. I could have also put a Kindle or maybe a portable hard drive in here. And then behind that, I have a small zippered pocket that's gonna be great for those small accessories that don't really fit as well into these large elastic compartments that I still don't want getting lost in the bag. And so in here, I just tossed in a simple multi-tool that I like to have with me, and then I also tossed in my keychain, as this is where I would probably store my keys during my day. So besides that, pretty simple overall, but a nice variety of pockets. And then on the back, you have this larger slip pocket that's gonna be a great spot to store something like a folder or some papers, or in my case, I tossed in my iPad mini, but you could definitely fit a full-size 10 or 11-inch tablet here. This isn't padded or anything like that, but it's still nice to just have a separate area to at least prevent any scratching from items that you might be holding in the rest of the compartment. And then the last area that we're gonna take a look at is the laptop compartment. And so this is all the way on the back. It has a similar wide opening zipper so that you can easily get your device in and out of the sleeve. And I really like the implementation here. It has a soft fleece lining on both sides, which helps prevent against scratching. It also offers a nice amount of padding, and it has plenty of space for a 13-inch laptop. Currently what I have here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro, but you can see that there's still some leftover space. I know some devices that say they're 13 inches can be a little bit different than the MacBook size, so there is some flexibility here, and it comes up a nice amount, so if you happen to have a thicker device, you should be able to fit in here okay. Pulling my device out, now you can get a closer look at the inside. Again, I really love how Aer has started to implement this soft fleece lining across all of their product lines. It really helps add that extra, bit of protection and peace of mind that your device is going to be protected regardless of how much you kind of move this around. This is a smaller item, so it's very important to kind of feel that the device is going to be well protected. And so just a really great job here in the laptop compartment and throughout the rest of the bag of offering a nice amount of organization in a slimmer package. And if you're looking for kind of a larger organizer to hold all of your tech items together so that you can either carry them just using this or so that you can toss this into a larger bag, and this is going to be a fantastic option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Aer Tech Folio over the past couple of weeks. And you can currently purchase this on Aer's site for about $75 for either size of the Tech Folio, and considering the features and build quality that it has to offer, this feels like a pretty reasonable price, and it also compares well to other similar items in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, some of the items that kind of came to mind that might be worth considering are something like the Matador laptop base layer, which I mentioned in a recent video, and I'll also be doing a little bit more of an in-depth video on in the future. That's a really great laptop sleeve that's gonna work kind of like this one for adding some protection to a packable backpack or a travel bag, or just for carrying your devices around. That one's not gonna offer the same level of organization and padding as this one, but it is gonna offer more weather resistance because it has a roll top closure. It's gonna actually offer waterproofing. So if you're somebody who needs to take a device into the outdoors, or you feel like you're gonna get caught in heavier rainfall, that's definitely gonna be a good option to consider. The other item that this made me think of is something like the Field Space from Boundary Supply, which we reviewed a long time ago when we took a look at the Prima system. And that's a really interesting item that's just great for holding something like your laptop or a tablet. It also has some slots to put a pen and some cables, and it has a handle. And the cool thing about that is that it integrates well into Boundary's ecosystem of accessories. It works well as a standalone accessory that you can still use to take your stuff to a coffee shop, but it really just pairs nicely with something like the Prima system to just give you a little bit more modularity. So if you're in Boundary's ecosystem already and you're looking for something protective for your devices, then that may be a good option to consider as well. The last item that I'll mention here is the Privy Case from 3V Gear, which we did an in-depth video for as well. And that was another great minimal kind of tech carry solution that was gonna be able to hold something like your laptop and a few accessories. That one has a little bit more of a tactical vibe, and it's not gonna offer the same build quality and weather resistance as this bag. One of the cool things about that one is that it does come with a removable shoulder strap, so if you want something that you can just carry a little bit more easy, or if you need something that's gonna offer the ability to work as a range case, it can actually remove some of the organizers on the inside and replace them with accessories to hold your concealed carry weapon and an extra magazine. So if that's the type of item that you're looking for, or you just want something that's gonna help you save a little bit of money, then that may be worth considering as well. With that being said, the Aer Tech Folio holds up really well against those items, and if you're looking for a sleek and durable, minimal tech carry solution, this is gonna be one of the best options that you can check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Tech Folio and how it fits in with the rest of Aer's ecosystem of products. And if there are any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I wanna thank the company again for sending the items for me to test out. And if you found this video helpful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.